Hi guys. Okay, so I want to talk through the idea of using a reference file in Vectorworks. This is incredibly helpful if you are, for example, working in collaboration with another designer. If you are a lighting designer, you want to bring your set designer's drawings into your file, but you also want them to be able to update their drawings, and then you can bring on those updates without having to start over again or move your file to layer on top of theirs, okay? So this is a way of basically linking two files, pulling in information selectively from their file into yours, okay? I've started a blank document, and I'm gonna go over to the last tab in the navigation panel, which is the references tab. Right now there are no files referenced by this drawing. If I double click on it, it's going to open up this drawing organization panel. That'll happen if you double click accidentally on any of these layers. So now we're in here, okay, and we're looking for what files I'm referencing. I'm going to first check my settings, okay, and what I'd like to do is this layer import version, okay? So I'm gonna pull in a specific layer from my friend's file, okay, into my file. And okay, all of these other things are cool, they're totally fine. It's basically gonna let you update and edit things, but also remember, if you change something on a referenced layer, that will be wiped if that file gets updated, okay? So here we go. Click OK. Now we're going to create a new referenced file. Creates a new reference, just like that. I'm going to reference a copy of Campo Maldito. Let's open that file. It's going to give me this information, okay? The stuff that I want to use, I put a check mark next to, okay? So I'm gonna bring in the seating and the scenery and the theater floor plan. Let's assume I'm already in a copy of the mixed theater, so I don't need these things so much. I just need these 4 layers. Yeah, here we go. It's gonna be like, hey, you can't do that because all of these files already exist. Okay. Right? So it's telling me that I'm pulling in file reference layers from a file that have the same name as layers that I already have in my file. I have 2 options, so I'm going to delete this because it's not doing anything. Okay. I have 2 options. One of them is to go into my file and just delete those layers that I'm replacing. So let's do that first. Since I don't need them, right? I can just say goodbye, 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 right? I don't need these because I can bring them in from my referenced file. Delete. Goodbye. I do want to delete these layers, right? The other option is to open up the file that I'm referencing real quick. So let's do it that way, just because that'll be cleaner for you guys. So I'm going to open the file I'd like to reference, which is this one. It's named stupidly. It's supposed to say 2020. It says 202. I don't know what happened there. And in this copy of this file now, which has all kinds of scenery and things that I put into it, I'm going to rename these layers with my initials, right? That's going to mean it'll be easy for whoever's looking at it. Right, there we go. All right. So that's another way around it, where I can just be like, hey, la la la, right? Now these are all named specifically. This way I can come into my untitled document, go back into references over here, create a new one. You can also do that by right-clicking inside this box, but we're going to do it through the window. Go find that file. Maybe I should save that file. Let's see what happens. Open Sesame. Yeah, yeah, okay, okay, okay. So now since those layer names don't match, and if I go back and look at my design layers, I'll now have those layers inside of Vectorworks. Here they are. So these are all my reference layers, okay? Cool. So now it's brought in a linked copy of all of that stuff, just like that, into my navigation pane, okay? This means you can then bring in your light plot, your lighting positions, whatever, from your template, or you can work the other way around. So this is super helpful, right? Because now if I go and edit the placement of the beanbag, for example, like if I'm in my referenced file here, and I go into top plan view, this is going to take like 10 years because it's like I'm very busy. I'm doing a lot of things right now. I'm a computer that's very extremely busy. So I decided the beanbag is actually going to be over here, closer to the desk. Save this file, right? And now in this file, I will have the ability to update that reference, right? And it will track through. Update reference. And it's going to be like, oh, what happened over there? Hold on, let me figure that out. Maybe I need to save. Yeah, there it is. And it moves the piece of scenery to its new location by updating that reference. Okay? So I hope that's helpful. And let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.